All right, so in an effort to illustrate just how screwed up our politics has become, I want you to watch Mitt Romney try to answer this question on gay marriage. And you know if it's on gay marriage, it's going to be hilarious.
This question comes from one of our viewers, Dan Haley. He asks, should same-sex relationships receive any equality compared to heterosexual married couples? In light of what happened at the North Carolina polls last night and at the Colorado State Capitol, what is your position on gay marriage and civil unions for same-sex couples?
My position is the same on gay marriage as it's been from the beginning, and that is that marriage is a relationship between a man and a woman. That's a posture that I had as governor, and I have that today.
You support domestic partnerships. Why not civil unions?
If a civil union is identical to marriage, other than with the name, why I don't support that. But I certainly recognize that hospital visitation rights and benefits of that nature.
Did that make any sense at all? And why is... Oh, let me just put this in terms. As a gay person myself, how to put this? It's like, why the fuck should I be put in a position of having to go to Mitt Romney for permission to enter into a civil union or a gay marriage or whatever the fuck I want to call it? This is a good example, and Obama's stepped in it too. Nobody can get a good answer on this. Why? Because there is no fucking good answer. The best answer is to get government out of marriage. Period. End of discussion. We're done. That's it. But they're so fucking egotistical and they're so fucking arrogant. They can't give up that power. They can't just admit that, you know what? We need to shut the fuck up and get government out of it. No, they can't do that. They can't ever do that. Let's watch the continuation of this bullshit.
That may well be appropriate, and states are able to make provisions for the determination of those kinds of rights, as well as
full of fucking shit,
if you will, benefits that might accrue to state workers. But my view is the same as it's been from the beginning, which is I don't favor civil union if it's identical to marriage, and I don't favor marriage between people.
What a fucking idiot. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. It's really starting to piss me off. The more I look at his face, the more I want to smash it.
Same gender.
If a civil union, if a bill granting civil union says this is not marriage, would you be open to it?
I'm not going to weigh in on Colorado's process. I had in my state a process relating to gay marriage and civil union. I expressed my view then, and it remains the same.
Should children brought here illegally by their parents and raised here receive in-state college tuition?
No. My view is that to receive in-state college tuition, a person should be a legal resident of the United States.
So medical marijuana is legal in Colorado. One of our viewers, Bill Ferguson, asked, should marijuana be legalized for medical use?
Aren't there issues of significance that you'd like to talk about? The economy.
I guess I'll give him one thing to his credit. He's not very comfortable being a bigot. But you know, that's I guess one thing. But I mean, I really don't think he gives a shit. To be honest, I think he's just pretending to be, a moral rights crusader guy. I really deep down don't think he gives a fuck. But in this joke of a system we have, and I don't know if I'm the only one getting this impression, but politically speaking, I almost get this feeling like our politicians, they're just not even trying anymore. Like, they know what's about to come, and they just don't give a shit. And so, when you start to enter into that world, or that relationship that's not legal, anything's possible. I mean, we maybe start to see things we would never even fathom. And this whole situation with Obama and gay marriage, one day he's against it, the next day he's like, oh, well, I guess I'm for it. He doesn't know. That he just didn't care. He's like, well, it doesn't really fucking matter. I'll just tell them whatever they want to hear. So, me personally, I hate these issues like abortion and gay marriage, or school prayer. These issues where they just use it as little ploys, little tools, so that they can keep waving that hand over here with that bullshit issue to keep you mad. They're trying to change your Bible. They're trying to change your God. They're trying to change your faith. They're going to ruin this country. It's Sodom and Gomorrah. They're going to rain homosexuals from the sky. He's going to kill you all. all that bullshit. And then, oh, wait, we're in another fucking war. Well, that's okay because he's anti-gay, so he's not going to allow abortions, even though he is, and he's not changed anything on abortion or gay rights. So I don't fucking get the point. And therein lies the actual danger in someone like a Ron Paul. He dares focus on the shit that matters. He dares try to change the stuff that we should be changing. He dares ignore the stupid bullshit issues which are just used to divide us against each other, so we're hating each other. Of course, that's why he's having a hard time getting votes. Truth hurts. So anyways, this was a pretty funny little video here. This is actually a hot air. And they ask here, why is he okay with domestic partnerships but not civil unions? Is there some principal distinction he has in mind? Or is that purely a minor strategic concession to pro-gay rights Republicans? What, the 5 that are out there? And I don't kid myself, I'm not really a Republican right now. Andrew Kaczynski makes a very good catch. I'm not going to watch the rest of it. Watch to the last seconds of the clip and you'll hear Romney say almost offhandedly that gay marriage and marijuana are state issues. Is that really his official position? Didn't he sign a pledge supporting a federal marriage amendment? And doesn't he support a continuation, I'm going to add this, of the federal drug war? If marijuana is a state issue, would he support states choosing to make it legal? I don't think he would. You know what? This guy's a joke. But so is Obama. Sound familiar? It's almost like they both were just created in like a vat. And created to run. They're probably both CIA plants or some bullshit. Or as someone on Daily Paul would say, a COINTEL op. We can't go a day without some sort of COINTEL operation. So anyways, that's it. This stuff is just getting on my nerves. And it doesn't take much looking around to understand of why once you go over to Ron Paul's style of politics, it ruins everyone else for you. I mean, it really does, because these other people are just so useless. The way they take advantage of things, and Mitt Romney, he's actually playing up Iran, which to me I don't even fully understand. Why is he playing up Iran? If Mitt Romney were smart instead of stupid, of course he's still trying to get the Republican nomination, I guess, so that sort of bites him in the ass, but at this point, Mitt Romney would be genius if he would start talking about constitutional declarations of war if Iran is a threat. He would be smarter talking about preserving our liberties instead of destroying them like the president did when he assassinated that kid, the 14-year-old son of a Laki. Put him on the defensive over these things, because the wars are starting to unite the American people if we didn't have these stupid fucking parties that won't ever let us get out of this stupid warmongering mindset. And that's where, to me, that's why it's so hard to figure out. Like Ron Paul, when you go to one poll and he's like, oh, he's winning in that poll, and then you go to another poll and he gets like 10%. And it's sort of that game of, you go to a liberal city who doesn't know Paul well, and then you go to a liberal city who does know Paul well, where he advertised there, he's been there several times, they like him. Then he goes to a state where they don't know him, and that creates a whole new dynamic. So that's kind of what we're dealing with, and I'm an extremely impatient person. I'm extremely impatient. I don't know, as I get older, it seems like I'm getting less impatient. So this whole process is very difficult. But as I start looking at the politics of Mitt Romney, all these other losers, I start to realize that it's the American people. It just takes time for someone like Ron Paul to work in their mind for the non-INFJ type personalities, the non-YouTubers, the non-preppers. They're not going to buy it as easily. They're going to hold tightly to their false ideals of stealing and warmongering and killing innocents abroad, meanwhile bitching about abortion here. That they love that. They love contradictions. But they made a life of it. And any time you try to shake them out of that, anytime you try to call them on their contradictions, watch out. They're not there yet. They're not ready yet. But when are they gonna fucking be ready? Because as much as I hate to admit it, we have to rely on them. We have to bring them with us. We can't do it without them. So anyways, that's pretty much it. See ya.